You're at dinner with friends and someone raises their voice across the restaurant, not yelling, not angry, just talking loudly, laughing probably. But your body doesn't hear laughter, it hears danger. Your chest tightens, your hands start shaking under the table. You can't focus on the conversation anymore because every cell in your body is screaming at you to leave, to get out, to protect yourself from a threat that isn't there. Your friends don't notice, they're still talking, still eating, still having a normal evening. But you're somewhere else. You're 12 years old and someone is screaming at you, telling you you're worthless, stupid, a disappointment, and you can't escape. Can't fight back, can't do anything but freeze and take it. That was 15 years ago. But your body thinks it's happening right now because emotional trauma didn't just give you bad memories, it rewired your brain, physically, permanently, and the person you were before that abuse, they don't exist anymore. Here's what emotional trauma does to your brain. When someone you're supposed to trust hurts you, when a parent screams at you, when a partner belittles you, when someone who's supposed to love you makes you feel worthless, your brain goes into survival mode. But with abuse, the threat is constant, ongoing, and it's coming from someone you depend on, someone you can't escape. So your brain rewires itself to survive living inside it. Your amygdala, the fear center, becomes hyperactive. It starts seeing danger everywhere, in tone of voice, in facial expressions, in silence. It's constantly scanning for signs that you're about to be hurt again. And your hippocampus, the part of your brain that processes memories, shrinks. Brain scans show measurable atrophy, physical damage, which means your brain can't file the trauma away as something that's over. It stays active, present, looping. So when someone raises their voice, your brain doesn't remember being hurt. It re-experiences it. Right now, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for rational thought and emotional regulation, also changes. It becomes less active, less able to override the fear response. In a normal brain, when your amygdala detects a threat, your prefrontal cortex evaluates it, decides if it's real, calms you down. In a brain shaped by abuse, that system is broken. Your amygdala screams danger and your prefrontal cortex can't shut it down, can't tell your body that you're safe now. So you're stuck in permanent alarm. Your nervous system believes you're always in danger, even when you're alone, even when nothing is wrong. You can't relax, you can't sleep, you're exhausted but you can't rest, you're anxious but you don't know why, always waiting for the other shoe to drop, because your brain learned that safety is temporary and danger is constant. And here's what destroys people. The abuse teaches your brain that you deserve it, that you caused it. So the voice of your abuser becomes your own voice, the criticism, the belittling, the cruelty. It doesn't stop when the abuse stops. It just moves inside your head. You don't need them to tell you you're worthless anymore. You tell yourself, constantly, automatically. This is why people with PTSD seem fine on the outside but are falling apart inside. You function, you smile, you work, but inside your brain is screaming. Every interaction feels like a test. Every silence feels like rejection. Every raised voice feels like an attack. You can't trust people because your brain learned that the people closest to you are the most dangerous. You analyze every word, every expression, looking for signs that this person is about to turn on you. And you're exhausted from being on constant high alert, from fighting a war inside your own head that no one else can see. Here's the part no one tells you. These changes don't go away when the abuse ends. Your brain has been physically remodeled. The hippocampus doesn't grow back, the amygdala doesn't calm down, the prefrontal cortex doesn't regain control. Therapy helps, trauma processing helps, but the underlying structure of your brain, the physical changes, those are permanent. You're not recovering the brain you had before. You're learning to live with a brain that's been fundamentally changed by someone who was supposed to love you. The cruelest part is how invisible it is. People see someone who survived, who's fine now. They don't see the panic attacks, the sleepless nights, the hypervigilance, the way you flinch when someone moves too quickly, the way you apologize for everything, the way you can't accept a compliment because your brain doesn't believe good things about you. They see someone who's alive. They don't see someone whose brain is still living in a nightmare that ended years ago. PTSD from abuse isn't a disorder, it's an injury, a structural change to your brain caused by someone who hurt you. And it doesn't fully heal. It just becomes something you learn to live with. But the brain you had before, the one that could trust people, that could relax, that believed you were worthy of love, that brain is gone, and it's not coming back.